welcome to Wild Beyond the Witchlight. I almost said Rime of the Frost Maiden, but it's not Rime of the Frost Maiden. It is Wild Beyond the Witchlight here on Dork Tales. How is everyone doing tonight?
Very good.
Fantastic.
Super stoked.
Nice. All right. So, hey, folks, if you are joining us, I'm really excited to have you here because this is a brand new campaign that we're running here on Dork Tales. It is going to be fantastic. So, I actually made an agenda tonight so that we would stay on track and that would have all the stuff covered. So, first of all, what is Dork Tales? This is Dork Tales. So if it's your first time here, this is an actual play role-playing channel on Twitch that also does some other stuff, but primarily role-playing games. We tell stories with good friends, mostly in the Pacific Northwest of Canada, and try to make role-playing and storytelling accessible and fun for everybody, and that includes you. If you are here from other campaigns and other chronicles, I'm really happy to have you on board. Thank you so much for coming back. What is Wild Beyond the Witchlight? Wild Beyond the Witchlight is this book right here, which is a brand new release from Wizards of the Coast, the people who own Dungeons and Dragons. And what it is an adventure, pre-made, pre-written, that we are going to interpret and run to the best of our ability with me in the seat of Dungeon Master. And I'll say who I am in a second. This is, so far as I've read it, it just fell into my hands 5 hours ago. So I've given it as solid of a read as I could, and I gotta say, right off the bat, this is gonna be really fun. I am very impressed with what is in this book already, and I think this is actually a step up from any module I've seen Wizards of the Coast do so far, and the way they approach a lot of the things in it are really innovative, and good module design really speaks to me. So what this is going to be, this is episode 0, which means that we are going to be talking about our characters, who we are, what we're doing, and kind of building some background stuff. If you are here looking for like action, adventure, fights and stuff, come back on Monday. That's going to be where episode 1 is. I say that because I got a couple comments on the first time we did an episode 0 for Rime of the Frost Maiden, where they were like, oh, too much talking. It's like, well, it's an episode 0,
it's
bro.
Session 0. What else do you think a session 0 is?
So, that's...
Also, that's the whole point of an RPG is you talk. It's just different type of talking, really.
Just different type of funny voices.
Role play? Or like, no, I don't. Role play? Do you play roles?
I play.
Let's do action roles, guys. That's what role playing is.
I do mole playing sometimes.
You roll in order to play. Come on. We've been doing it wrong, evidently.
Hold on, I got this. Are your rolls critical enough? I don't know. Are your moles critical enough? Okay. So, with that in mind, we're going to start talking about Wild Beyond the Witchlight and who we are. But with that in mind, you need to know right off the bat that we are going to be discussing things about this game, which means there are potential spoilers. If you want to go into this game blind, I'm not going to give any spoilers that are going to spoil my players' experience. But if you want to go in 100% like just completely ignorant of what is inside of this book, I'm going to tell you a couple of things that are really open for everyone to know. So if you're buyer beware. Okay, so some caveat emptor up in here. Okay, so with that, let's go ahead and quickly talk about what this session is going to be about. So, topic of conversation. So tonight we are going to do a meet the cast. We're going to talk about our characters. We are going to fit ourselves into the world of Witchlight. And we are going to figure out if we're taking any like new rules from this book, any character changes that are involved in this book. And there are some pretty cool ones. Our normal night is Monday night, which is our old Rime of the Frost Maiden spot. So if you're watching us live, it'll be Monday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific. And that's on twitch.tv/dorktales. On rare events where, for example, someone is ill and we generally don't run unless we have an entire party available, we will try to reschedule sometime in that week. And if we cannot, we'll just postpone a week. We generally do not do that if we can help it, but life happens. And for example, all of us are going away for a week in November, so we won't be running for a week. I think we can manage to run the second week, even though we'll be traveling same day. Because a bunch of us dorks are doing a dork vacation, so it'll be really fun.
A dorkcation.
A dorkcation. It's like a business retreat. It's gonna be a lot of fun. There's gonna be like spreadsheets and like this is our viewership. This, you know what we need? We need more horror.
I haven't been on a good retreat since I was in student government.
Yeah, I didn't say this was going to be a good retreat.
So, you know,
Not for work. Unless guesting conventions counts as like a work retreat, which I don't think it does.
No, it's like
it's a work trip.
It's adjacent. Yeah, it's a work trip.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and as we go, if you miss an episode, you can absolutely find it over on youtube.com/dorktales or wherever podcasts are sold. My goal is to get every episode of this. We have Twitch owns the rights to these episodes for 24 hours. I usually give myself a 48-hour window just so that I have time to go to sleep after a game instead of just running to the editing bay. I'm going to try to get them out within 24 hours for this campaign specifically. I am also going to try to have every new episode uploaded. If it comes out on Monday, I want to try to have it in our podcast on Friday. That is a lofty goal, and I'm going to try my best because podcast editing takes a while. So you can find us there. You can also like this is a T-shirt from our last Rime of the Frostbane campaign. If you want to buy some cool merch, we got it over on TeePublic. Just search Dork Tales and buy the Harwar shirt. Everybody wants it. I'm hoping that we get an NPC out of this that's like Harwar.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll just put Harwar in this game.
I hope so. Lamau.
It's just like they take the makeup off of one of the Mr. Witch, Mr. Light. It's just Harwar.
I think I'm gonna need a character shirt for this character, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and big shout out to our artist who did a fantastic job with all the character portraits. Robin, can you put that the link to her page in the chat? And it's Kiyoshuki. As her name. She does fantastic commissions at a really good price. But, so that is my preamble. Let's go and start doing a session 0. What do you guys say?
Woo! Sure.
All right, so let's meet the cast. So what I want from you is I want you to plug yourselves, and we're going to go through the list accordingly. So first of all, I am the Dungeon Master. My name is Kelly. I use he and him pronouns, and I am really stoked about this game. If you are looking for other stuff from me, you can find me on Dork Tales. I also do guest appearances on several podcasts, for which you'll hear about in a minute, actually. I also am a writer, and you can find my stuff largely at the Storyteller's Vault and Drive Through RPG right now. And I have a bunch of other cool projects which you'll be hearing about in November, because startup times take a while. Anyway, that's me. I'm an Aquarius. I'm originally an American. I'm the only original American here. We've got some potential converts coming soon.
So real American.
Fight for the rights of every man. We're getting copyright stricken. Anyway.
Well.
Oh, and I am also a super amateur voice actor who was just featured as Batman in a Minecraft movie, which is pretty dope. But we will talk to real actors in a second. I'm a baby. All right, so next up, Christine.
All right. Just a quick note that we discussed before in our chat was just for the Twitch chat, just so you're aware that some of the moderators for the Twitch chat are in fact players. So try not to talk about spoilers in our chat because we will see it. Yeah. And we don't want to get spoiled for the game either. So if you've read ahead or watched another stream, don't tell us what happens. Okay. But otherwise, I am Christine. I am a Virgo.
You are.
I use she, her pronouns. And I will be playing Gwendolwyne Shafra for this game.
We'll find out more about her in a second.
Yes. You can also find me over at Lady Liliana on Twitch, where I stream Guild Wars and stuff like that. Yeah.
Nice. All right, let's hear from Hayden.
Hello! Hi guys, I'm Hayden Daviau. I'm a voiceover actor, primarily for some of your favorite anime. I don't know. You watch a lot of anime I'm in over on Funimation, primarily known for Priestess and Goblin Slayer. I'm Yasuko Koenchi in Helpful Pakusenko-san, Arc Royal and Eldridge in Azure Lane, and most recently I was Amelia Ruth in the case study of Vanitas, which is, oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so good. Nice. You should go watch the show.
Isn't it good when you're actually in something good?
Oh, it's so nice, man. It's so nice. I use they, them pronouns. So I'm non-binary finey, as I like to introduce myself.
You're a gentle them.
I am a gentle them. Thank you very much. Tip my hat, my lady. Anyway.
M'lady.
M'lady, I'll have you.
M'lady. I hate it.
It's so
for
bad,
this
but you gotta
campaign,
love it.
I'm going to be playing Nico Freyja, the Kitsadria warlock.
Nice. All right, we're gonna go all the way around and say hello to Caitlin.
Hello, I'm Caitlin. I use she, her pronouns. I am so excited to be playing this. I go by Petite Medic, wherever Petite Medics are found, which is Instagram mostly, Twitter, and Twitch.
Nice.
I like to cosplay. That's what I do with my spare time and craft. I'm getting excited for some of my new cosplay things, and Halloween is just around the corner.
It's
And I
spoopy
got
time.
called out at the store the other day, but that's okay.
What do you mean you got called out at the store?
Okay. Well, because I had my pumpkins, my little jack-o'-lantern trick-or-treat bags, and then I had like my bag with my costume in it, and then I had my pumpkin on my hat, and they were like, "So, you ready for Halloween?" And I was like,
No, I'm a
"Just
witch.
about." I should have, especially because I got a really like fancy wine that I unfortunately can't drink tonight, but alas, such is the case sometimes.
Just say it's grape juice. It's fine.
No, it's more that my stomach will not cooperate.
Oh, that's right.
That's okay.
Is it Halloween? There we go. Good job, chat. Good job.
That's what's yeah.
Robin, we need to make Halloween.
Yes.
I can do it. I can do
Tell
it.
Make it happen.
Halloween.
I will make it so, number one.
And why can you make it happen, Robin?
Why can I make it happen?
I'm passing it to you.
Because
Wine, can you?
wine can't I make it happen? Because I professionally make yeast fuck and turn sugar into ethanol.
That's a way of saying
Great
it.
description.
So much.
Hey,
Hello,
yeast,
chat.
do it.
Yeah.
Or whatever yeast sex looks like.
But yes, hello everyone. I am Robin. I use she, her, or they, them pronouns. You can find me usually here on Dork Tales most of my life. I like to spend here on the Dork of Tales. But you can also sometimes find me over at Second Gen Gamer on Twitch, where I stream games like Guild Wars. Usually with Lady Liliana and Paradoxical Ghoul, when we can get that stuff together. And yeah, that's all where you can find me on the internet. I also use Second Gen on Instagram. But I'm super duper excited for this game, guys. I was just thinking back to like session 0 of Rhyme, my first time on Dork Tales, and I was
You've come
like,
a long way, baby.
yes, I did. I've come so long.
Your wig is so much better now, too. That's your real hair right now. All right, and
This is
then
my real hair.
finally, the one who needs no introduction. Krista.
Sure.
There.
Hi, I'm Krista. You can find me, I use she, her, or they, them pronouns. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram and technically on Twitter, not that I really post there, as ChahistaFX, which I am also in the chat as. And if you, I'm also here on Dork Tales a whole bunch. And if you want to listen to me talk more or watch me talk about movies and books, I do a podcast with my partner called Based On, where we talk about movies based on books and the books that they're based on. Kelly has been on that, and it was wonderful and has been one of our more popular episodes. If
Has
I
it?
may say so. Everyone's been really happy about it. So
We
yay.
when are we going to do our podcast where we just talk about things from the 80s and 90s?
Yeah, it's just going to be an hour of us talking shit. Just like
Hey,
nothing. Just
remember Hulk Hogan's theme song?
just sing along to
real American.
American.
Sorry.
Do you know that he was in the Gremlins movie? Anyway.
Yeah, Gremlins 2. Listen,
Gremlins
brother.
2, yes.
That was my
He
favorite
yells
part
the
of that
Gremlins.
movie. Did you remember that he had a cartoon show? Anyway.
He sure did. So this is an introduction to Kelly and my podcast. But you can find Based On YouTube or where all podcasts are sold by searching Lasercomb Productions, LAZORCOMB Productions, and look for Based On among the many other podcasts there that are mostly about 90s cartoons.
Nice. All right, and we're going to go in reverse order so that everybody gets the same amount of like positional privilege here. And Christa, do you mind, as we go into this, I also want to say that I'm really excited that we managed to keep the majority of the cast from Rime of the Frost Maiden. So you may, if you watch that, you'll recognize that Christine, Hayden, and Robin are all back. Our good friend Mike was in this, was in that game as well, but they're already in 2 other weekly games on Dorktale, so they decided they'd like a night off. And they just started a new job. So to make up for not having Mike, I had to recruit 2 other people. So I'm very excited to be playing with them. Y'all are really going to enjoy this, I think. Like, y'all newbies to this, even though you've been in other Dorktale stuff. Like, this is a special night. So, Christa, tell me about Isaac.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so excited. So I'm going to be playing Isaac Ronaldi of the Runigling. Which everybody try to spell that for me because I want to see how everyone spells it. No. Who is a Leonin rogue. I'm super excited. Isaac is going to be an absolute joy to play, and I already know I'm going to love him. He uses he, him pronouns, mostly because I wanted to wear a giant wig that looked like a mane because I like that.
He's going to be our main man.
Exactly. Which I'm very stoked about. But yeah, he's going to be a rogue, but I feel like people are going to mistake him for a bard, but he's technically a rogue. He's just real chatty and charismatic.
I mean, a rogue is just like a bard is just a flirty rogue.
Yeah, so I'm just a flirty rogue.
So, and I do want to say, this is not a spoiler for your character, but a quick reminder that our Monday night games, and every game except for Shards of Nirn, is a fully costumed game. And that's all I'm going to say. That's...
I'm not going to give anything away. I'm just going to say that this is my desk right now. So... we'll just leave that there.
All right. Is there anything else that you want to talk about with him? So I think that kind of covers it, right?
It does. Like you said, we're going to talk about background stuff more. I had some ideas, but it went really Lion King really fast. So I figured, as it is want to do. So I'm just going to kind of leave it. I have been not spoiler, but another exciting thing is I have been doing a voice attempt for the last like month and a half of just talking to myself my entire hour drive to and from work. So hopefully that works out and everyone likes it.
I had the privilege of
amazing.
hearing. Yeah, we had the privilege of hearing it the other night, and it's pretty good. Like I actually already told Hayden, I was like, "You're gonna like this. Like you're gonna be impressed watching this come out of Christa." I think.
Fingers crossed, and yeah, it's a hell of a costume. I'm really excited. I'm excited about everybody's costumes, not just the ones that I made. Everyone's I've seen is going to be so good. I'm so excited.
All right, let's pop it over. Robin, tell us a little about your doctor friend person, because I'm gonna have to get used to pronouncing that name.
Yeah, no. So I'll put it phonetically like how Amy does lead in our Zoom chat, but it's
Perfect.
Sarcyra. It's so Sarcyra. It's doesn't look like how it's spelled. But I love that.
It's like sashimi shira.
Sarcyra. Don't shira. Sarcyra.
Is that the voice you're gonna be using?
Novis. Did it? I don't know. Maybe. Did that sound good?
I don't know.
I mean, you had a bit of accent there.
I was hoping for the
like.
Benedict Cumberbatch, to be honest.
I can't do a British accent pretending to be American. That's just too much.
It's really fun though.
It's great. You just have to speak really flatly.
I don't. We'll see. We'll see.
Dude, I will teach you how to do that.
Okay,
it's really
yes.
fun.
Yes,
Right,
Stu managed to spell it right in the chat.
Yeah.
He got it.
Nice. All right, so tell us about Sriracha.
Yes. Sriracha.
Sarcyra.
Sarcyra. Thank you. So Sarah Novis is a tiefling. So I'm playing a second tiefling, first tiefling.
That has yet to be revealed.
Yeah, exactly. I am playing a tiefling, sorcerer of the Clockwork Soul. So all my stuff is about order and balance in the universe kind of thing. And yeah, I am doing a kind of Doctor Strange ripoff. Because
Doc-
yes.
Doctor Strange is getting cooler the more movies he has.
I know. I really like Doctor Strange, so I
He
was
was kind of
like,
just a bad Iron Man for a little bit there, and then
He called Tony Stark a douchebag, and we were all in. We're like, yeah, fair,
good.
fair.
yeah. Though I do find it funny that they call like in the Marvel movies they call the like Doctor Strange the wizards, and it's like, but I'm the sorcerer, but you know it's fine. I'm playing. It's like, oh yes.
You're the sorcerer deluxe. You're not
I'm
a
the
supreme
sorcerer-
because you don't have olives.
But I have lots of gears.
Yeah, you do.
I've been working,
God damn it.
I've been
So
working on.
excited!
The
I'll
chat.
give the chat a little preview. But I spent like an hour and a half to 2 hours sewing gears in my wig. Which is gonna be hell for me to take on and off. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
So I cannot wait for you to be like, Titania, I've come to bargain.
Yeah.
Oberon,
really
I've come
hope
to
I get-
bargain.
I really hope I can say that, even if it's like a gambling thing, like if we're trying to like
It'd be so good. You
bargain
just
for something. I really want to say that in the campaign.
You
Just
just-
to let you know, Kelly.
you
Give me a
will.
moment.
I was just thinking that come to bargain, and you're going after if it's Oberon and Titania because they were the first Fae I could think of. I'm like, that you're just bargaining with a bored poly couple.
Yeah,
That's gonna change the campaign's trajectory fast.
oh, is that your internet cutting or mine?
Who?
I don't know. Kelly
I
cut
think
for
that
me
was
too.
his. Kelly cut for me too.
we
Yeah.
we had a little throttle issue for a second.
Ah,
I made a dumb joke. It's fine. I think it was fine.
That's why.
It's just the internet was like, nope,
not allowed.
not allowed. Okay,
But I am taking the mantle of taking on Lysithian, taking the mantle of painting myself every week.
so proud
this
of
will
you.
be
Have
fun.
fun. It is a lot
Gonna-
of fun. I'm just being a butthole. If you need help
no.
or you want to like do like contour shit and you're like, I don't know, text me.
I will
Nice.
definitely.
I live
will.
on my phone. You know this.
I know this bitch.
This is true. You're really easy to get a hold of.
I try to be.
It's
I
true.
try to be easy.
All right, Robin,
Anyway.
you got anything else, or should we pass it to Caitlin?
I think we can pass scale. And that's pretty much it. Actually.
Seal your paint.
Yes, please do.
All right,
or else
Caitlin.
you will regret it.
Tell
Hello.
us about how many apostrophes does your name have? Just one?
Luthien. Oh, it just has one accent over the U, like a true
Are
high
you a
elf
real
should.
elf? If you would you say?
I said like a true high elf should.
Oh, I thought you said like a true pile of shit. I was like, what?
I mean, perhaps she will be, but that's not how I would introduce
All right,
her.
so that's not how I would introduce her either. That's why I was really like, what the? All right. So I was really. My headphones are doing great tonight. So
Going
please
for
tell.
Tolkien vibes.
Please. I was gonna say, are you even a real elf if you don't have at least 3 apostrophes? But
Oh, fair.
you just keep the
Well, I
rest
mean-
in your pocket.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I took it from Luthien, but then I added an NE.
Mm.
That's
fair.
And then I was looking to try to put something with the Aradel, but nothing really looked right, so I was like,
Adele. This is how it's spelled in common. In
Yes.
yeah.
in
right.
Elvish, it just looks kind of like Braille. It's just all apostrophes.
Could be like AER, boop, AD, accent, L, something like that. In any case, so Luthien was a guild artisan. She's actually probably quite a bit older than the rest of everybody else. She's 58 in elf years. But she
In elf years. Okay.
in elf years.
I was
58
like,
in
you're
elf
not even
years.
out of grade school. I didn't approve that.
Oh, yeah.
Or a child.
You're but a child. You're an
Okay.
elfling. Get back to
It's
the
more
North
like-
Pole.
I guess she's like 58 in human years, but they don't really age the same way.
It's true. You got like a little bit of crow's feet and like you're looking for Ethan Winters. Got ya.
There you go. There we go. Yeah, so she became a fighter. And yeah, I'm super excited to play her. She's going to be going a interesting path that, spoilers, you could probably already see on the art.
She's gonna be American?
Sure. I'm gonna fight for freedom.
You are an elf American. Oh,
You are a real
Like that.
American.
Americ elf. Oh.
When you said something, I was like gonna fight, and then I was gonna say the Huns. Like I started seeing Mulan in my head when you guys went that way.
Let's go.
She's the one with
Rock
the
and
gun.
load.
I'm excited. I think your character's really good, actually.
Thank you.
All right. Let's round it up to Hayden.
I don't know why that's my automatic whenever you swap to me. I don't know. But anyway, what?
Just throwing signs? Like,
No, I'm just like, hi.
hi.
Hi. What's up? I'm going to be playing Nico Freyja, the Kitsadria Archfey Warlock.
Mhm.
I don't know what you want me to say.
So,
about her.
so I think everybody knows most of the races that are being played here. Like Leonin, you can go find in Therios. The rest are core book races. But you asked me if you could play a Kitsadria, which comes from Logan and Nat 19, right?
Yes. So a lot of you guys know, and I know there's a lot of you guys in the chat who follow me on both streams. I stream 3 times a week, D&D twice a week over on Nat 19 as well. And my friend and roommate Logan makes a lot of stuff for D&D, and he made the Kitsadria, which is essentially a fox race, kind of lightly based on Kitsune. And essentially, we did a little bit of tweaking. I say we. Kelly did a little bit of tweaking to make it work for this module, because it is what's known as a Somnus Domina race, which is our homebrew world that we play on Saturdays. So we did a little bit of tweaking, and I'm really, really happy. I messaged you at like 2 a.m. and I was like, yeah, fam, it's good.
Okay, cool. I was hoping, because like all I did was like just make things a little more like obvious for quick reference, and then gave you the short rest thing. So it was pretty easy.
Yeah. I was about all of it. But basically, Kitsadria are a very unique race in the sense that they can have their fox ears out, and I think we had it like once a day or whatever. I'll have to look at it. They can use disguise self to just innately hide their ears.
Oh,
their ears
short
and tail.
rest.
It's short rest. I couldn't remember.
So and it's a full disguise self. You can turn into another person.
Yeah, so they can use disguise self as part of their racial traits, but just innately they can hide their fox ears and foxtail. And I can also just become a fox.
Yeah.
Just a little fox, a little floof fox. And they are specifically a fennec fox. So big.
If you see Logan before I have a chance to talk to him, let him know that I really like the way that he did the rules for that, where it was a shared hit point and there was a concentration check. The more I looked at it, I was like, that's really good, because it looked like it could have been really complicated. So the one thing about this though is that I modified the race. I didn't write it, so unfortunately I can't share it because it is a drive-through RPG Dungeon Masters Guild purchasable. So you'll just have to take my word for it. On what's our word for it on what's on there,
or go buy it,
and then I'll send you the mods.
Yeah, I will. I'll link it in the chat after I do my little intro. And I see you, Traz. I will write it down for you because Kitsadria, it is spelled a little bit interestingly. But Nico is, I think, 40. She's 40 years old, but because of the way Kitsadria age, she looks about 20. And she's very spunky. She's very sprightly, very trickstery, as fox tend to be. Likes to giggle a whole lot, as foxies do, and gets the zoomies.
That GIF.
I know. I can't believe you say GIF. I love you so much, and I will continue to love you. But you say GIF.
To be fair, I switch back and forth. It's kind of like how I use she or they pronouns. I just switch back and forth between GIF and GIF.
I'll accept the pronouns, but I'm not going to accept this GIF bullshit. If you're talking about peanut butter,
Jiffy Pop, like the peanut butter. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Real quick.
Nico kneecaps.
Nico kneecaps. Okay,
sorry,
so
continue.
You're playing a character that's about 40 real age, which is like personally like 20s probably for the character.
Yeah, around there.
Okay. Caitlin's playing 58-ish. In personal years. Robin, how old or personally old is Sriracha? That's her name now in my head.
No,
I'll do it. I'll do it right at the time.
Funny.
No, it's not.
I'll do it right at the time, but right now she's just spicy girl.
I mean,
She's
pretty
spicy. Oh, I
She's
love your
tiefling.
character. I
You know
love
what?
your character's design, but I also have extra reason to. So like, because they're cute and pretty.
They are very pretty.
So Sarcyra is about personal age 30.
30. Cool. And Isaac is about how old, like personally, like within the context of the race?
early 20s, just out of college kind of thing.
Oh, okay, so he's a frat boy. Cool.
Yeah.
All
He
right.
doesn't like to. He likes to pretend he's older. Gets away with it because he's a Leonin.
He's very like depigmented. Is he albino or is he just white hair?
He's an albino lion. Yeah, I based when I was sending in his designs and his coloring and everything, I based him off of like albino African lions. Yeah.
European lions? I don't know.
Well,
what's the airspeed of an
Airspeed velocity.
of a leonin? African or European? All right, and so yeah, Nico's gonna be fantastic. And did I have a question about Nico that I was gonna ask? I'll ask her in the background portion. And then finally, Christine, tell us a little bit about your character, which I have been very, very excited to meet.
Well, I will be playing Gwendolwyne Shafra. I don't quite have the accent down yet, but I am working on one. I have to pull it up at the right time. She is a human monk with the acolyte background.
Mm-hmm.
So she's specifically an acolyte of Saloon.
Which actually is something I wanted to talk to you about specifically.
Okay.
So now that we have character introduction, I'm really, really excited to meet the party. Was there anything else that you wanted to talk about Wyn?
Yeah, so it's Gwendolyn, call me Wyn. No, because I want to surprise people when we hit 3rd level. So I'm not talking about it.
Don't
Did
talk
we
about
ask
it.
age? Did we go age?
Yeah, and
I was thinking fairly young, so maybe like 20.
Okay, sounds good. So here is my proposal. Okay. Hayden's already taken. So here's my proposal for this. Bling bling. Yeah.
Bling, bling.
We had an entire episode that was delayed because you got engaged. That was
Yeah,
great.
I'm
That was
not
like-
sorry. It was a good time.
No, I think that was like one of the only times where it was okay.
Not so single lady. Not so single lady.
All right.
Anyway, continue.
So, while Beyond the
I'm-
Witchlight, the basic premise for this game is that every 8 years, the Witchlight Carnival shows up in your world. And it's magical and fun and all of that. So, everyone here needs to be at least 8 years old for a plot reason. That is one of the reasons. You are all more than 8 years old. Congrats. I do love that, unlike a lot of modules where they give you a timeline. So they're like, this has been going on for many years, rather than saying for the last 100 years, this has been going on. And then they're like, when your characters were young, and you're like, I'm playing a 400-year-old elf, right? So this module is very loosely written in the good way.
Nice.
So the carnival visits your world. We have a very fun option here, which is because the Feywild exists and because everything is nice and loosey-goosey and we're not going to be spending terribly much time in the mundane world, we can pick which mundane world it is. So if you didn't want to be Saloon, we can set this in Eberron. We can set this on our homebrew world of Elos. And literally, it doesn't change anything for anybody aside from
Wow.
a little like, hey, so we're going to start on this region of Elos, which is kind of like France or something like that. And then we can take it from there. So I don't know what people want to do. Like, I know that a lot of our viewers really like our homebrew world, and this is a way to cheat, which I love. But what does everybody want? Do you want to do Forgotten Realms? Do you want to do, we're not doing Greyhawk, vetoed. As I don't like Greyhawk. We could do, I'm down for Kryn. I'm down for Forgotten Realms. I'm of course down for Elos. I'm not down for Ravenloft because this does not function out of Ravenloft.
No. I personally, this is just me. I've never played in your homebrew world before. And you keep talking about wanting to bring me in on your homebrew world.
I'm going to.
So if that's an option, I'm super about that. And you mentioned something to me for Warlock things with Nico that you were interested in doing with them. So I'm of the vote of I'm super about it being Elos, but I'm also, if people just want to go Forgotten Realms, I'm so kind of whatever about it. Like, I don't have any strong opinions either way, but if you want to play it in your homebrew world and people are down for that, I'm super up for it. But I say defer to the other people. I want to hear what you guys have to say.
I know more about except for how to say it.
Elos. I actually love.
I know
Is it
my
Elos?
brain.
I
Elos.
never-
I know more about Elos than I do
Elos.
about any of the other D&D realms. So my vote would be for Elos because I love Elos.
Okay. That's Caitlin's nodding as well because she lives in
Yeah.
Emery's.
Exactly. Yeah, I really like Elos. I don't have a strong opinion about any of the other places, but I think it might add a different little, like at least at the beginning, just add our own little touch to it.
Cool.
right?
And yeah, that just means that like a version of the Kitsadria. I was working on a fox race anyway, so I'll just say, yeah, it's kind of like them but different for publishing purposes. So that totally works for me. Plus, the Feywild literally means it's a bridge between the worlds, so who cares? I like Christa. You're down with that too?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. And Christine, so because you picked a background that involves a god, if you don't want Saloon, or if that would mean you lose Saloon, we can do one of two things. Either you can pick any god off of the list and just make it work in your mind, or we do have two moons that do not have gods attached to them. We can make a Saloon corollary for Elos.
Okay, well, part of it was I had a lot of trouble picking a god from Forgotten Realms because they're all very binary.
Not like Elos, where all the gods
They're
are
very
super
one or the
fun.
other. So I'm actually looking at the wiki right now to have a look at the gods list real quick
Yeah.
to remind myself of the ones that I haven't personally had much to do with yet.
Omesh and Mitna are both pretty dope for this character.
I mean, Orphan also.
The Orphan's always fun, and I want to
What
be
they
further
cover.
ahead in the timeline. I want to be further ahead in the timeline.
I was looking at Casimira
Oh, Casimira. Or Cat.
as well because they're chaotic good.
So do you want to go with Elos?
Yeah, I'm fine with going with Elos.
All right, cool. So we'll figure out what god it is later. But now that we have that figured out, all right. So fantastic. So we're gonna start off in the homebrew world. That's gonna be fantastic.
I'm so excited.
It's good. You
I've
get a
never
little-
played in your homebrew world. It
You
makes
get a
me
little
really happy.
taste. There are so many good maps.
Yeah.
Can
Oh,
I
hey.
I'm very
confirm?
excited.
Oh, thank you so much for the subs, guys. Okay.
Can I confirm how we spell Elos?
YLOS.
YLOS.
It's like YOLOs.
And yes, I do mean totes my goats.
You always.
I
mean
always
totes.
mean totes my
Oh,
goats.
posture check. Oh, crack your back. There we go. Okay. Also, Robin, I wrote this down at the beginning of the game, and when you were saying about making yeasts interact together, if you ever run a game that is, holy crap, who just gave all those subs? Drew, thank you so much, man. That's fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you so much for all the gift subs. We love you. Thanks so
man,
much.
you are phenomenal. Thank you.
Mwah. Thank you guys so much for supporting.
This dumb joke is dedicated to you. So if you ever run a game that involves speaking yeast, remember to use the correct accent or the correct yeast inflection.
Don't dedicate that to Drew. Poor Drew, after all they've done for us.
All right.
I appreciate you, Kelly.
I know. I wrote it down
that
on
is
my.
beautiful.
So I picked up one of these like erasable pads, and now you know what?
Oh,
now
that's
it's
sick.
now it's out of our mind.
Which, speaking of accents, we've already discussed kind of like roughly what Robin might be doing. I'm taking some inspiration from the lovely, ever lovely Dolly Parton.
I'm so excited.
Dolly Parton is the best.
I'm gonna
I am
attempt
learning-
that.
Ooh, you can do it. I'm pretty.
I just have to listen to a
confident-
ton of stuff and really practice it for a while.
I'm pretty confident in that accent. So if you want help with that one, let me know.
I was
'cause I'm
gonna say
help
I
Robin
might
as well.
try and join in on the Sunday accent train.
Yeah,
Oh, if
let's
you want,
do
we're
that.
probably. I'm gonna watch Fruits Basket with my friend Carrie because we have like 6 episodes left. Oh my god, I'm ready to cry. Carrie is natively from Scotland.
Oh,
Carrie
excellent.
is teaching me a Scottish accent because Nico will have Scottish inflections.
Oh,
so bear with
lovely.
me if it's bad.
Which means
But-
that she speaks Dwarven.
That's gonna be dangerous because you know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna
You're
start
gonna pick
falling
it
into
up?
it every time I hear it. I
Just
just
make-
make
I
Robin's
need to get
Irish one
into
every
my
time.
accent hard because I'm gonna go Dolly Parton or Scottish, which will then turn
And then
into
Nico
Irish.
will make fun of you for it.
See, it makes sense for. I think that it makes sense for your character Christine to actually kind of like drift into those accents because I think
stupid.
she's kind of dumb, and I love that.
She's
Like
dumb.
you built your
She's
character to
very
be dumb.
dumb. She's a
so-
-1 dumb.
Well, and she's very
Oh,
empathetic
hell
too.
yeah.
She's very like,
She's
Hey,
very
at least she
part of
doesn't
other
have like
people.
a -3, dude. That
Also-
-3 life is a good time though.
We're not
True.
saying Dolly Parton is dumb, by the way. Dolly Parton's one of the smartest women on the planet. But she
No, she's
allows
amazing.
people to underestimate her, and that's
Yes.
I love her. I love her so much.
No,
all right,
no,
so
Gwendolyn is dumb.
yeah. All right, so the next steps here is the next steps that we're going to go through is special witchlight backgrounds, what was lost, and trinkets. So the way that this works is that Wild Beyond the Witchlight is all about the Witchlight Carnival. So there are a couple of ways to enter play here. Now this is the part that's mild spoiler if you're going to want to experience this blind. Unlike a lot of games that Wizards of the Coast puts out, where there's like 5 or 6 entry points, Wild Beyond the Witchlight has 2. And they're both really good and actually can be combined. They don't write it that way, but it's me. I can do it. And so what they are is the entry points are either one of the following. You have gone to the Witchlight Carnival because you have been there before. At some point in your childhood, you attended, and after you did, you found that you had lost something that affected your life from then onward. Kind of like a gnawing, missing thing. You don't know what happened, you have no memory of it, but you know that it has something to do with the carnival, and you are there trying to reacquire it. Okay? That is one. The other is that you are contacted by a warlock who asks you for help contacting their patron, who has gone and who is ghosting them, basically. Now, on that note, I will say, Hayden, you said to surprise you with your fae, with your archfey
Yeah.
contract.
I don't want to know who it is.
I would like to know, do you want something that is salty or sweet? Or sour?
Ooh.
So pick a flavor, and that will help me define what you get, or you can just say mystery flavor.
I am going. So I'm gonna roll a d6. So d3. Pick a number for each one.
Okay, so
Don't tell me what it is.
Okay. Yep, fair.
So salty, sweet, or sour. Don't tell me which one it's assigned to. I'm gonna roll it. I want this to be random.
Okay, then
I don't want to
Picked
know.
you.
give me
The
one
less
sec.
I know, the better. I'm playing a chaotic character. I'm bringing chaos to her, man. This is what I want.
Okay.
Our characters are gonna have interesting interactions because mine's all about balance and order.
Ooh,
It's gonna be
ooh.
good.
I'm so excited to play like the opposite of Lysithian. That's what I wanted to do
Okay.
with Nico. Is
All
I
right.
wanted to be like really fun. Okay, you got
That's
it.
I have it generated.
Okay, so I rolled a 6.
Okay.
Cool.
Kelly's okay. Always
I love
me.
Kelly. I
It
love
always
Kelly's
freaked me out.
okay. It's so good.
We will see how this goes. We'll see how this goes.
I
So
can't wait.
So you'll of course there will be a little bit of a thing where you have to figure out like why you don't really know your patron that well, like why you swore a pact with some mysterious figure. They are going to be androgynous in the David Bowie Tilda Swinton way, because then they can literally be whoever I pick. And they're fae, who cares?
It's a fact.
Yeah, gender is a construct and so are their bodies.
Yeah, honestly, I
literally.
don't think Nico would really care whatever pronouns you use for her. I don't. If you called her a him, I don't think she'd care.
Oh man, I wonder. I'm really curious in this book whether or not they get into calling any of these fae or fur, any of the alternative pronouns or the new pronouns. I'm curious. I'm very curious to see how people would react to that too in forums. I'm not actually. I know how they would react, and it would not be good. But it makes a great joke. Anyway, all right. So with that, there are a couple of things that we should talk about right now. So there's a third option as well, which is none of the above. You are there working for the carnival. Okay. So all of that can be combined. I will just do different scenes for different people. You'll all meet. If you choose the childhood option, you will have, each character will have lost something. I will not tell you what mechanic this is until you agree to it. This is my caveat, because this is a Fae Chronicle. I am not telling you until you've agreed and rolled. There are 8 things that you could have lost off this list. I am willing to invent more, and I've talked to Christine about inventing hers. So that has already been made. She is the 9th choice out of 8, but I am interested in that. Now, when you say you lose something, it is a part of yourself. There are a couple of things here that are like items, like you have lost something dear to you, but some of them are like, you have lost memories or aspects of yourself. And Caitlin, for people with your background, like your story that I know as the Dungeon Master, there are a couple of these that I would suggest, because I actually don't know how your big, tragic, like, fun, interesting backstory happened. Like, I don't know the specific inciting event off the top of my head, but some of these things could have made it so that it was tragic. Like, so this could have been an inciting incident that set off a domino reaction.
Yeah.
I also ask that everyone be going to this carnival with the idea that they were going because they wanted something. Either it could be just to retrieve this thing you lost, but because it has a connection to the Fae, perhaps you went with an ulterior motive. So keep that in mind. That'll be in your pocket, okay? So think about that right now. There are also new character traits that are based on dealing with the Feywild, which I think these are really cute. And there is a new race, which is like these hare people, which are
They're very
pretty
cool.
dope.
Oh, cute.
They're
Yes.
called the Harengon.
Oh, that's cute.
Okay, there are
That's the most Feywild shit. The Harengon.
I love
Okay,
it.
do you want to know what the 3 kingdoms that you'll eventually visit are called in this book?
No, I kind of want
I
to find out in
don't.
character.
I don't.
I mean, the 12 kingdoms. Okay, so there
You
are
know me. I like to know as little as possible.
There are 2 alternate backgrounds that you can select for your character. One is Fey Lost. You grew up in the Feywild after disappearing from your home plane as a child. Perhaps you were spirited away by kindly Fey who thought you were destined for greater things. Perhaps you stumbled across a Fey crossing by chance during a twilight stroll in the woods. Perhaps you were kidnapped by an evil Fey but escaped their clutches. Blah, 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 blah. You gradually fell under the Feywild spell and learned some stuff. When you finally returned to your home plane, you did not come back unchanged. You are haunted by the fact that the Feywild, a mirror world hidden behind a mere twist of perception, is only a hair's breadth away. Although your memories of the Feywild grow fainter with each passing day, your heart swells with a mixture of fear and joy at the prospect of one day returning. With this, we can customize the backgrounds so you don't have to lose anything. Their big bonus is that whenever you're sound asleep or in a deep trance during a long rest, a spirit of the Feywild might pay you a visit. And that is kind of interesting. This one can work with almost anyone's background, I'm pretty sure, because it doesn't mean that you had to stay there for a huge portion of your life. Like, for example, like Gwendolwyne. I'm gonna pick Gwen as a quick one. You went to a monastery. You could have wandered in as a kid and then ended up at the monastery after like a year in the Feywild worth of time, for example. So that one's pretty easy. And then you could have just, resumed your training, and now you're that weird kid who got bonked on the head in the Feywild. Okay. That is an option as well. The Feywild Wizard chart's pretty cool, actually. It can be an awakened plant. Yeah, awakened shrub. The
my
other
God, yes.
one that I would suggest
shrubbery.
as a possible, the other background is Witchlight Hand. You crept into the Witchlight Carnival as a child or youth, it can be even more recent than that, and never looked back. You are a carny. You work for the Feywild, you work for the Witchlight Carnival, and you have friends in the carnival, and you gain a companion, and you gain like food and drink while working the carnival. So that would be your end to the game, is that you work for the carnival and you get suckered in. Now, I know that one of you thought that might be a cool idea. With this one, you get like disguise kits, you get performance and sleight of hand, and a musical instrument. So basically, you get like bard stuff for this one. It's pretty cool, and some of the carnival companions are awesome. And I would be... It says they won't voluntarily leave the carnival, but we'll talk if anybody wants that, because some of them are just okay. I'm looking at only one of them. That, to be fair, there are 8 possibles, and I'm looking at the old blink dog here, and I'm like, yeah, a crotchety old blink dog. That is my favorite.
I want to see that so bad.
Right?
I want to see that art.
So it's not. There is something in a later chapter I could show you, but I don't want to spoil that it was
It's
there.
fine. I don't want to see. I don't want to know. I just said I can't
So
wait. If we get
here's
to
the
see that.
here's the art for this one, which that looks like Bam in the
That's
background.
neat.
Yeah,
Kinda.
that does look like Bam.
Looks like Bam. Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Pull my focus. All right,
Love
so
it. I love the cover. It looks so
It's
cool.
so good.
yeah, so
The
and
Displacer Beast.
mwah.
I was
So-
like, I love it. I also love Displacer Beast.
So apparently they only print a limited number of this version.
wow.
beautiful.
Like, and so this is actually going to, when we're done with the campaign, we're going to sign it and probably put it up for auction for Extra Life. So you might win this
Yeah.
with all of my annotations and scribbles in it.
Hell yeah.
So those are some options there. If anybody wants to take one of those, feel free to let me know, and we can do that like now or later. It does not matter to me. In the meanwhile, I want to do your trinkets because that's fun. So I would like everyone to roll me D100 once, and we're going to give you 2 trinkets because 2 trinkets are better than 1.
I need to
no,
make
my dice
myself a
aren't
set
here.
for this.
Once someone rolls a number, nobody else can get that one, okay? All right,
All right,
first
I'm gonna
person
try out
roll.
the dice that Krista got me again.
Okay.
We'll see how
Extra
it do.
sparkly.
Ooh,
They're lovely.
Okay, first person to roll, go.
I got a 47.
47. Why, Caitlin, did you know that Luthien has, you said 47?
47, yep.
Has tinted glasses so dark they can't be seen through?
Wow.
I put mine in the Zoom chat.
Wear my
All right,
sunglasses
you
at
got
night.
Sweet 16. You have a spool of glistening thread, Dr. Novis.
Ooh.
Christine, your character has a chess piece shaped like a dancing satyr wearing a bishop's hat and clutching a gnarled staff.
What the fuck?
All right, and who's next?
I got 30.
30. Oh, you mean the pixie plushie that sings when you squeeze it?
Heck yeah.
That's so perfect. It's like a squeaky toy. It's a squeaky toy.
Oh my god, it is. She now likes squeaky toys. She now likes squeaky toys as a fox. That is a thank you. I'm taking that. That's
You're
going in my
welcome.
notes.
Good,
You're
right?
welcome.
We started
Uh,
a notebook for this game.
What, my God, someone roll 73. Oh my God, it's so good.
I rolled a 2.
Do we have to roll a second time?
You have
As
to
well?
roll a second time. Also, I just want to break this real quick to say, Bracarius, I hope you feel better, and I hope that you get the COVID test back negative, man. You're a good friend of the channel, and I hope you feel better. You're a good friend in general. So much love. If you like D&D, go follow twitch.tv/Bracarius. And I hope you feel better, buddy.
Human.
Yeah, you're an awesome human being. So sorry to pop out of there for a second. Okay, so who rolled what?
I rolled a 2 on my first
Oh
one.
my God. You have 2 U rings linked together.
You interesting.
Like
okay.
made of U, Y-E-W. So 2
That's
wooden
neat.
rings.
Oh, you interesting. Okay.
I'll let you you know what? I'll let you take number 1 if you don't like that.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
I was confused. I was trying to think if they were like if they're
wait.
U's, how are they connected?
You.
Oh no.
I was like, well, is it, if it's a U bolt, like a U bolt? That's
Christine?
a weird thing to be in D&D.
You rolled a good one. You have a red cap that droops down to your shoulders when worn. Raspberry beret. Or a Santa hat. Either way.
It's kind of a Santa hat.
It's kind of a Santa hat. All right, so 98 is Robin. 98, you have a tiny dream catcher.
Ooh.
That's cute.
Dreams might be included. I'm not sure.
All right. Well, Krista. Mm-hmm. Well, apparently I need a hat now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, should I make you a hat instead of the cloak for now?
Well, no, I want the,
The cloak
cloak, but the
eventually,
hat
yeah.
can be later.
Okay, there you go.
Caitlin, you have,
Hello.
for some reason, a tiny wooden box containing a croquet set sized for pixies or sprites.
Perfect.
That's really cute.
I've come to barter.
Or I would let you have 11 if you wanted.
But the croquet set would just look
That's
like
true.
little
I might
bullets.
award a third one
Yeah,
just because
it's
I want
so
people
cute.
to. All right, so then Hayden got 94. I think Hayden was next. Hayden, you have a tasseled wine charm shaped like a Sprite, like for a wine glass.
Cute. I already have an idea. Cool.
I mean, you can wear the tassel wherever. It's all good. And then Christa got a 23. So Christa, you have a ball and cup toy that plays a short, victorious jingle whenever the ball lands in the cup. That is the most your character thing ever.
Oh,
I love it.
And then,
it's a
Robin, did I
ball?
do your second one?
Yeah, I was the 98. The tiny dream catcher.
Oh, yeah. Man. Okay. So, should we only do 2?
I think 2 is fine.
I think that's plenty, probably.
Because we
There-
can always pick up things on our adventures.
That's true.
If
This
you
will
want
allow
to
me-
throw other things at us, you can always be like, roll a D100, and we'll be like,
Yeah.
dicks.
We'll just
73. I will tell you what
and then-
73 is, though.
What?
Nunchaku. So, nunchucks sized for a Sprite or pixie.
Oh
That's
my
really
god.
Oh my god.
I need that.
It's just 2 toothpicks on a chain.
Yep. There's some good things here. So, and what I want to say now is, okay, so we've done that. Some of the character traits, if anybody wants to roll some character traits off of this list, you absolutely can do that as well. There are some good ones. For example, personality traits. I'm haunted by fey laughter that only I can hear, even though I know it's only my mind playing tricks on me. Like a nomad, I can't settle down in one place for long. Good music makes me weep like a baby. Oh, look, it's me. Whenever I go, I try to bring a little warmth and tranquility with me. I never lost my childlike sense of wonder. When I have a new idea, I get wildly excited about it until I come up with another better idea. Stop coming at me like this. I live by my own set of weird and wonderful rules. And I can't bring myself to trust most adults. This is just like all my personality traits right here.
Okay,
except-
so I just realized I'm just playing you, Kelly. Because I'm like, oh, that works for Isaac.
that
That'd be
explains
cool
why your
for Isaac.
character's
That'd
so
be good.
handsome. Hey.
That must be why.
My name's Isaac Ronaldi. I'm from the tribe.
I feel like I
Runic
already
language.
have a fairly good personality trait for Gwendolyn.
Okay.
For nothing can shake my optimistic attitude.
Okay.
I am an upbeat, just constantly happy.
Nice. If anybody has a personality trait, ideal, bond, or flaw that they'd like to replace, I got this open right now if anybody wants to. Or if you don't have any you like, because they get a little stale after a while if you keep using the same ones.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
like to come up with my own, honestly.
Yeah, I very
feel that as well.
seldom even use them.
They're good for ideals, I find, just like as a starting point. Okay, so I would like to know right now who wants a lost thing. So I have Christine's lost thing. So I am just gonna make a list right here.
I will DM.
I like my lost thing.
And I want to know in advance as well, for lost things, for like a thing that you lost, do you want that to be publicly known or do you want that to be a secret?
A secret, personally.
Okay.
I'm DMing you right
Okay,
now.
so I will DM you back. So sorry, chat and viewers, this will be private for a sec, but it'll be really good. We did this as the secret portion. Are you DMing me in the Zoom chat?
Just in the Zoom chat.
Okay. I'm waiting
I
for
don't know,
it.
because I think like mine
we
will
all
kind of be
want secret?
figured out pretty quickly.
Okay, so you want to
Roughly what it is, but
use.
I really don't mind.
Okay, so you can use that, Hayden, if you want.
If that works for you.
It does. That's a big one. It's a good one though.
Mm-hmm.
You do not have to take this option. What I need you to do though is you are going to in a second I'm going to have you all roll something. But all right, so can I get... Oh, and as for the second thing you just said about a backstory things, I'm going to be sending you out a Google form for you all to fill, like I did for those of you who played in Reign of Emeries. That is going to be a way for you to like tell me your backstory and like list important NPCs that I should have a quick list of.
Yeah.
And then it'll be like, what's this NPC? Pick an actor that he talks like, or she talks like, or they talk like, so that I can just quickly be like, hey, I'm Ray Romano. How's it going? You know. So you know.
Don't
what I'm
worry,
talking about.
Kelly. I will make a Wong NPC for you.
Wong will be back
you
with
can
more
be
Feywild
Wong.
facts.
Yup, I will have that.
Hello, Raid. Good to see you. Okay, so who else wanted to lose something? Okay,
All did.
so everybody did. I didn't see
Sure,
Christa.
everyone put their hands.
So
Oh.
I raised my hand and then I put down because I was thinking, because I was planning on making him like run away to the circus.
Yeah.
Like his purpose for coming here was to work. So I don't know. Like, I'm totally down for doing one that he has been working here, and he's just is like he's trying to work his way up the chain.
You could do that. Yeah.
I'm
do you want to
down
do
for
that?
that.
Is that a better background
Yeah.
for you? Then let's do that. So the whole thing is, so we need to work. Well, so we'll work and establish like what connections you have and like that. So you've been
Yeah.
kind of working through this and trying to figure stuff out. I'm just double checking. So you would know anybody else who has the Witchlight hand background, right? Because you all be working together. So that would be really good. Chat's asking who's playing the rabbits. No, we have foxes instead here. Okay.
And lions.
So and
No
bears.
tigers or bears.
Oh
So
my.
real quick, what I want you to do is you can PM me something that you would prefer to lose, or you can roll randomly. And I have 8 of them listed here that are really good, but some of them are hard to role play unless you're committed. But I'm not going to read them out because then it spoils. So what I would like is the people on the bottom row right now. So Luthien, Sarcyra.
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 The
and
R is almost silent. Don't think about the
Sarcyra.
R. Sarcyra.
Sarcyra.
Yeah, hit the
Yeah, you
C
get it.
hard.
I'll say it like
Sarcyra.
Doctor Strange, and that'll work out. Sarcyra, I've come to bargain.
Oh my God.
Got it.
Sarcyra,
So
I've
roll
come
me
to
a
bargain.
D8 and put it in the chat privately to me.
Okay.
What does the fox say?
Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
Oh, wow. That is 100% perfect for you, Robin.
Yeah.
Given your... you all rolled something different, too.
Oh, good.
So
I was worried
that
about
is
that.
what you would
I
have
know, I was
lost.
like, we all rolled the same thing.
Ooh.
Given your
Ooh.
ordered structure, that is
Ooh.
perfect.
Oh,
and
this is perfect. Oh, I love it so much. The
Also,
dice.
Blog asked if Isaac is going to be a lion tamer, which he is a lion tamer. Other beasts.
Oh my gosh.
That's pretty
That's what he
Oh,
awesome.
wants
snakes.
to be. He probably like shovels elephant shit at the moment.
My character just solidified in my head. I
Like, this is
background,
perfect, like,
everything
why
just
she is the way she is.
came- Oh my god, everything just happened there. It was beautiful. The dice were
that.
great.
Okay,
I
so
love when the
Caitlin,
dice are on your side.
They were
this
perfect.
I would like Isaac to re-roll because there is no way you can pull this one off.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
You
Gee,
can't.
thanks.
No. You
No, I'm
it would ruin the character.
Okay, one sec.
I will tell you later. So Caitlin, you don't have to take that. I'll let you re-roll, or I'll give you what
Can I
Isaac
re-roll?
would have rolled.
Okay, that's fine. I just don't think that's very, very, like, not my character at all. She was like, yeah.
Okay. That is what.
Okay, and I see. That's really good. That would.
You want to go with that? Okay.
Yeah. I was-
It's like I said, that is a
I think I kinda like
hard
that.
one to role play, but that means that I can't tell everybody what it was.
Darn.
Okay. Okay. I'm
I
just
was
gonna-
muted, but I'm very okay with that.
Might actually be hard for me personally, but we got this.
Oh
You
my
can do it.
god! Oh my god! This one's so funny. Krista.
One
Okay,
for me. Oh no.
that's what you lost.
Okay. That's
know,
hilarious.
I know.
Oh my god. I feel like that's not even secret. I feel like that's just something he whines about all the
Oh,
time.
you can totally whine about it. You can totally whine it. You want to tell everybody what you whine about?
I think,
or-
okay, so I have a complex about being almost 6 feet tall, and I never quite hit 6 foot.
Yeah.
No.
So I have a tendency to play tall characters. Always roll tall. I always play tall characters. So when I played this guy, I was like, I'm gonna roll for his height, just so I can like feel better about it. And then I maxed it, like on 2 dice, rolled max. So he's 7 feet tall. And he lost 3 inches of height.
Oh my god.
So he's still 6'9". But he's mad about it.
Taller.
Yeah, he
Oh,
used to be
that's
7 feet, and now
hilarious.
he's 6'9". God damn
Oh my
it!
god, that's so
my
good. Also,
gosh.
6'9", nice.
So
Right? Oh my god,
Novis-
yes.
So The other one that Robin could have taken that would have been great is, Robin, you're playing a doctor, right?
Yeah.
Handwriting. The ability to have legible handwriting is on this list.
Oh my god.
Oh my
That
god.
is
Just
hilarious.
Doctor Strange.
That is hilarious.
Oh my god.
I'm glad I rolled what I did though. I think this is gonna be way more fun to
So the other ones on the
that's
list that I can tell you about is a cherished childhood thing, sense of fashion.
None of you are allowed to use that because I made most of your costumes.
So here, hold on. This is check. Look at this. Okay, you see this? Look really close.
Amazing.
That's incredible.
Adventure with no fashion sense.
Oh my god, that's amazing. That's what we look like when we all pick up our loot and stuff. That's really what we look like, but we pretend.
We were like, ooh.
So Caitlin, I sent you one more alternate. Go ahead and tell me later which one you want.
Okay.
And
I'm just
then
gonna be hunting for eat me mushrooms to gain my 3 inches back.
yeah, okay, 3 inches is a lot. Just saying. Okay, and then Hayden, I've got a potential alternate that I could give you as well. That is directly related to you. I'll message you later about it personally.
Yeah.
So, in the meanwhile, determining what was lost. Each character having lost something precious as a child. So, at some point in the last divisible by 8 years, you went to the carnival and lost something there. You have very vague memories of the carnival, and that easily could have been like you went through the carnival for some reason. It doesn't have to be you went there on purpose, like something that, you know, we'll talk about later. Here is the way this works. Until you retrieve the thing that you have lost, you are unable to gain inspiration.
Wow. I like
Very
that.
nice.
I kind of like that.
I love that.
And this is my favorite part of this. A remove curse spell is not powerful enough. And it
That's
says, but
freaking cool.
Yeah, you need a wish
Wish?
spell to get this back.
Wish.
Oh gosh.
Wow.
Oh
Yeah.
god. Oh
I
god.
can't just go to
Oh
Wonderland.
god.
I'm so okay with that. I'm
I'm
so okay with that.
Incredible.
That's sick.
I'm so okay. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Honestly,
oh.
I'm so in the camp of the less buffs we have as players,
Mhm.
the more strategically we have to play. That
Oh, I
is
love this.
so my mindset. I'm like, I'm really about that.
I
I'm
love that
so
we
about
went to
that because
hell
then the inspiration
can't
is
have
so earned.
Yeah.
So earned.
Right.
Anyway, go ahead, Robin.
I was gonna say I love that the third act of Elos, we literally went to hell. Well, not literally to hell. We went 2 days, 10 days in the future, and we're basically in hell. And Kelly's like, yeah, we don't get inspiration in this
Yeah.
in this.
Yeah,
in
that's
this
the world. The world's
Astrologic.
ending. Like you don't
Yeah.
feel good. I've
No,
also been looking at determination and figuring out what to do with it. Like, because it's good, but we'll talk about that later. That's not for us.
Less pay to play kind of thing.
I don't
Like
get any.
that's the only term I can think of right now.
But I also don't get money from it. So if I was like, I want to do a game that
Not pay
once
to
a
play,
month.
but you know.
I do want to do a game once a month on the channel that is pay to play though, where it's not pay to play, but like you can donate to make really stupid stuff happen.
Yeah.
Like 100 bits.
So
Tell
like
me what
the
happens.
Extra Life games.
Basically, like the Extra Life games, but it helps me pay my rent.
Yeah.
Or buy new
Yeah.
equipment for the players because I got to go buy like 2 more things for people this week. This book was so expensive. Anyway, and I've got to buy it again to get the digital assets now. Damn it.
But you already did. There was a sale.
I bought the
wondering
Roll
about
20
that.
assets, which are different than buying the D&D Beyond assets,
okay.
because if I buy the D&D Beyond assets, I have all of the art for use in like thumbnails and stuff. Right? Because you can't just get a free PDF when you buy from Wizards of the Coast like you can from a lot of publishers. We'll just send you a PDF,
totally
and then you just
buying
rip them and put them up
yeah.
because people are going to buy. At least one person is going to buy this module because I ran it. Give me the art.
That's the idea.
I want art.
The art's really good, by the way. And what I need
is
you all
gorgeous.
to do is right now, everyone here needs to roll me a D8.
Okay. 6.
Okay, you can say this out loud. Okay.
One.
Okay, good. Not people aren't.
7.
Everyone.
7. Okay.
I got 7 too.
Woo!
Okay, and Caitlin, what'd you get?
sorry, 5.
Oh, perfect. So we only have 2 double ups. Okay, so
Stu rolled a 2.
Stu rolled a 2. Ooh, sorry, Stu. Well, that means that we're cleanly spread out, Stu. So that's great.
There you go.
So I have added one more thing. At my discretion, each character who lost something as a child also carries a minor curse. Unlike the inability to gain inspiration, this might be able to be removed. It depends on certain factors, which I will not list. Now, however, this means that a couple of you are doubled up. So it is a thing, okay? So I am going... Do you want to hear it out loud, or should I message it? It's a minor character. Okay, message. Okay, so I will send Caitlin first, because I was most recently talking to Caitlin.
All the Chris's rolled a 7. Blog rolled a 7 as well.
Wow.
Okay, and then...
Okay. All right.
It's kind of weird, but...
Yeah, that's okay. That's that's actually probably gonna hurt.
Let's see, and then...
But that's okay.
Okay, and sorry for the secrecy, folks.
I love that.
Honestly, I feel like this is kind of fun, like watching people's reactions
is
to things.
really
Like, ooh, what
funny.
is it?
It's so funny.
Okay.
It'll come out really early.
Okay, then.
Uh-oh.
Which is the... Okay,
I
and
love
I'll do...
seeing people's reactions.
just a-
Well, this is going to be fun, Christa.
Yeah, exactly. Both of us.
We'll both just be doing this all the time.
Sure.
I feel, you know what? I feel like this makes sense actually for Gwendolyn.
Yeah, a
No,
lot
it
of
makes
them...
sense
I
for me
agree.
too.
And I love
Mine
it.
makes so much sense. It's
These are
great.
great. They only gave you 3, but they work in a very specific way. So I'm very excited about what we have here. I will message all of you with the details if you wanted to change your background. Like Christa, you wanted to change Isaac's background to this.
Yeah.
Hello, Net19 official. Funny seeing you here.
Cody and Eric. Hello, my beautiful boys. I hope BioShock was fun.
BioShock's always fun. The art in this book is phenomenal. I want to show you this real quick. So if those of you who are listening later, I am showing Madrick Rosloff's pumpkin farm, giant pumpkin farm.
Oh, cute.
This is the campaign. This is the campaign. Like we are.
I'm so excited.
It's
I've been
giant.
watching all the following the Wizards Instagram, and it's just all the art from the books, and oh my god, it's so good.
So going into this, I will say, so we've done that. We've done the trinkets. So I just want to explain. So yeah, I have the notes here to explain the parameters of the decision you just made afterwards, which we did. Now a couple of things about this game. So the portion that is in the carnival is one big chapter. It is dense, and there are 5 of you. So I want to encourage you all to go in and try to have fun experiencing everything that you can. Your characters have... the carnival is open for 8 hours once you get there. So you have 8 hours to goof around. And the more you do, the better it will be. This is one of the few modules I've ever seen where they say point blank, if something is boring, advance time. And they're like, yeah, players might not dig this. They actually, the thing about having ties to the carnival with your childhood, there's actually, the second intro is, use this hook if you or your players don't like the idea of characters having to find things they lost as children and want a traditional adventure setup. We don't do traditional on Dork Tales, though.
No.
So that is going to be really good. I can't believe 3 inches of height. That's so good.
It's so good.
Oh my
It's so
God, that's
perfect. I
hilarious.
cannot believe I got that.
So as we're going through that, so we're going to... God, that fashion sense one, though. So I want you to have as much fun as you can. We will unite the party as quickly as possible. So obviously go into it with the idea of like, oh, well, now we're here together. cue Nine Inch Nails, we're in this together. And it's
I
all
was singing High School Musical in my head.
sure, whatever works. So a couple of things about this module. This is one of the rare modules. In fact, it is the first one that Wizards of the Coast has done where, in theory, you can defeat this without rolling initiative. It is a potentially non-combat. Now, for those of you watching this right now who are like, when are they going to stop talking and get to the combat? I'm betting that we will have combat, but they deliberately say some of these fights are really hard and you should not go into combat with them. And there are some things where if you get into combat and it's an easy fight, you might walk out of it cursed. Like, there are things that you can do where you still lose even if you win. That's not failure, that's life.
The Fae.
You mess with the Fae, they make you go away.
They make you pay.
Yeah. Hey.
A is for horses.
Hey, that's me.
Oh,
And Robin, as per your private message, that will depend on you because I might know where that thing is.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So you regaining your things is not about believing in yourself. It might actually be about finding where you left it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, which is the most spoiler I'm going to give. So, looking at this module as well, so it can be non-com. It is definitely not exclusively non-combat. It is really good. There's all my receipts for today. Let's put those in a drawer. There we go. This module's really cool. It has a lot of things in it that I'm going to talk about in probably a video for Twitch or YouTube soon. But I do want to say that they give you 6 pages of story tracking pages at the back of the book.
Oh, heck yeah. That's dope.
Ooh.
And
Yeah.
that kind of makes sense because it's a Feywild campaign and it's going to get weird.
Yep. And it's like, did you find this magic item? Did you find this magic item? And I was reading this earlier while Christine was eating dinner, and I shouted in the next room, "This motherfucker is Narnia." So there's
Hell yeah.
So I think that one of the things we should be very aware of as we're playing this, though, is that there are a lot of things where only one person can get a thing. It looks like there are a lot of moments where it's like, oh, you are the one who gets blessed by Aslan. Hey, tabletop titties, good to see you there. So welcome, you have come to meet Aslan, voiced by Liam Neeson. Quickly, there's no time. So it'd just be a good idea to try to spread things around so that everybody gets some spotlight, but you're all good role players and lovely people, so that won't be a problem. This is the first time where they've given like role-playing cards at the back of the book for how to role-play people, which is really great. I'm really looking forward to that. Some of the names and characters in this book are amazing. I'm going to show you one right now that I showed y'all earlier, and that is the Bullywug Knight.
Precious baby.
Briefly saw you post. I saw you were posting a bunch of stuff when I was in my session earlier, and I was like, I want to look at these so bad, but I'm dubbing things.
So I do want to. So Hayden, I sent you some messages earlier, and you're free to tell me that you want to do this later off camera.
I'm gonna prefer not to look at any of the C words on camera because
yeah, just in case.
I'd rather not have a panic attack, and that's why I didn't want to do it before my session.
Cool, that is absolutely fair. You want to see something that is not one of those that is creepy as hell, though?
I do.
Okay,
I like spooky things.
This is called a stilt walker. I have no idea what it is.
What?
But this thing looks terrifying.
That'd be
For those of you who can't see, it either has a beaded face or 1,000 eyes, and I can't tell which one.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
So,
which is worse.
and for those of you who are, can I explain at least real quick to the chat, Hayden?
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool. This is about a carnival. At least it starts out being about a carnival. Hayden don't do clowns. And that was one of the agreements, that I would not do anything that wasn't approved, because when people are freaked out about something, you respect that, period. And there are some characters here that are like, they're kind of like Harley Quinn jesters. It's not the same thing, really. I don't think so, but it's up to you. Really, we'll talk about that.
I
later.
have a really good example. Have
Yeah.
you seen The Good Place?
Oh yeah, yep.
Oh.
Okay, you know her house. Everything in that room is my living hell.
I will say, out of what I have seen in this book and the art, there is nothing even like 30% as bad as that. So that'll be good.
Okay. So long as you don't give me visuals and you don't over describe
No.
or say the word too much, because
Yeah.
even just saying the word too much, I start to have a panic attack. I get the panic sweats and I will actually start crying.
Let's not do that.
So
Yeah.
yeah, because
They're,
there was a level in It Takes Two. I played that on a Wednesday stream and I wasn't prepared. It kind of came out of nowhere, especially when you have a really bad phobia, and a lot of people who have phobias will know this. If you have a sudden, just full frontal of a phobia in your face, and you're not ready for it and you're not prepared for it,
No.
it's really debilitating. And I had a panic attack and started crying on stream. And my friend Aaron had to come in and play for me because I was on the couch in the fetal position.
That sucks. And you're not going to get that.
so
This is
long
the
as
purpose
it's-
of content warning.
Yeah, you're not going to get that here.
Yeah, so long
Like-
as I'm prepared, you don't say the word too much, you don't over describe or give me visuals of them, I will be okay.
Cool.
But if it gets too much, I will DM you.
No, totally.
And even right now, talking about it,
Let's
I'm
change.
feeling myself getting.
Yeah,
We're going to
change
change the
the
topic
subtitle.
right now, so it's all good. But it's good to have that up front. Hiccuping, warding gas. Ew.
What?
There's a gas
What?
in this marsh that gives you
What?
warts.
Ew. They said warding gas. And I was
I
like, oh,
wish.
that's not so
That was
bad.
a hell of a segue,
like-
though, wasn't it?
Yes.
That was yeah. Speaking of gas.
Some of the stuff in this book, I gotta say. So here. They have they have a centaur in here named Diana Cloppington.
That's adorable.
That's precious.
That's great.
They
I'm
have.
so excited for this, man.
It's gonna be great, and they've got some really creepy shit in here too, like really creepy shit. Like there is a tiny girl with a giant lollipop and a mask that is a pig's face, like that's been cut off of the pig, I think.
So that's creepy.
Yeah, the backstory behind this carnival is really good, and I hope you get to hear it in character.
You know, it sounds like there's a lot more horror-esque stuff than there was in Rhyme, which is supposed to be the horror campaign.
Yeah.
Yep.
Faye is
So I'm
unintentionally terrifying.
Oh yeah, no, I love that shit.
Mhm.
Give me. It's also getting spooky season. I want to watch horror movies.
Boys
So
and
bad.
girls of every age, giant pumpkins make me feel real strange. This is going to be a fan.
So magical compared to how non-magical Rhyme was until like the last.
Yeah, right.
Except for Vistra. I'm hoping I don't have to homebrew content to make my players like enjoy themselves compared to everybody else. Like that was so frustrating.
It was so weird. Yeah.
That was weird. Yeah.
I'm not saying that as a negative for you, Robin. I'm saying as a negative for the module. Rhyme of the
yeah.
Frostmaiden was really good in the first half. I am
Yeah,
hoping
the first half was.
I'm hoping that like from what I've only had time to read the first chapter, like the Witchlight Carnival portion. I'm already really excited. I haven't read too much into the Feywild yet. But it seems like this is really I've seen this module described as D&D for drama kids.
Oh, perfect.
Which
That's really fun.
Yes.
we're all drama kids either now or in the
How
past.
Robin
so.
and I became friends.
Yep, that's how we became friends. It's drama
Yep.
class.
I was
So-
a choir nerd.
Same thing. Same thing. Art kid.
Well, yeah, show tunes.
Musical scene.
Yeah, exactly.
Sarely.
Show tunes.
Musicals are the most fun.
Nice. Okay, so I think that we've got Elos. We'll pick up your gods. I'll send you a god list so that you can all send god list. Does this? Yeah, because Hayden, you have played in Elos and Fandelia, which is on the map now.
Yeah. No,
It's
I'm
on-
playing in Fandelia, but like I haven't gotten to like explore your world much. And I know we're gonna be like, Feywilds, let's go. But I'm very, very excited because I've been wanting to learn. I love learning about people's homebrew worlds. Like I love it. Honestly, I think those are like my favorite things.
It's really developed well. I'm looking forward to hopefully hitting enough Patreon. It's one of the Patreon tiers, or it's about to be, that if I hit a certain number of patrons or a certain dollar amount, I'll start writing the book. And everybody who's a patron will get a free manuscript copy of it. But probably buy the version that'll probably pay Hayliz to draw.
Yeah.
Because Hayliz is bae.
So good.
Although Kiyoshuki is amazing as well. But Hayliz is a friend of the channel. I'm trying to convince them to actually play in a game coming up, but I need time to run it. Because I also want to get Nightbite and a couple of other people who have been like, I want to join the stream. I want to do more. And I'm like,
Nightbite's wonderful.
they need to do more role playing. They need to, because like they need a good outlet where they get to hit things with a hammer.
They're so good.
Don't we
I
all?
love them.
I totally know who my god would be
Who's
from Elos. Thias.
Thias is great.
Thias is great.
The guy who reads 2 books. That's his whole god thing. He reads 2 books and hangs out with his asexual life mate, the goddess of animals, or the god of animals, the deity of animals.
Cottagecore dream.
It's they're like one of the only couples out of the god. There's like 3 couples among the gods, and it's those 2 because they're both asexual. One because he can't pull his head out of a book, and the other because they literally tore themselves apart to escape their stupid warring sisters.
Damn.
Fair.
Like literally, it was like the goddess of night and the goddess of day grabbed one of their arms each and was like, "No, you're on my side. You're on my." They're like, "Nope, turn into bats and explode."
Oh my goodness.
Turn into bats. Amazing.
That's how you get out of awkward social situations in Transylvania.
I totally need
Fair
to decorate this whole area to get in like the fae fantasy Halloween-y sort of mood.
I know. I want to put my fairy lights up.
Yeah.
I know. I miss my office in LA because I have like floating shelves, but like woven through them is a bunch of ivy and stuff, and I have fairy lights on them.
Like I have a curtain rod.
I have a Hulk.
So I feel like I
in the
have to do
cabinet.
something with it. 'Cause I'm never using the curtains very often because it's not very sunny anymore.
All right. So, but as far as this is concerned, I think we're about set up. I think we're good to go. So, all of you please join us on Monday, or if you're watching on YouTube, Tuesday night, hopefully, for Wild Beyond the Witchlight. I've been looking forward to this for like 6 months now since they released like news about it. I was like, hell yeah, got to get rhyme done, and then we had to go through that last slog of rhyme, which was fun, but my god. I'm hoping that this doesn't have this. And one thing real quick as we're getting ready to log off here. If you were looking for a purist experience of this book, I am going to try to not provide that. One of the problems is when I run these modules is I try to stick to it to give kind of a pure example. And it means that I kind of paint myself into a corner with what's here. So I'm going to use this as a jumping point to do some really cool stuff. And I hope that you appreciate it. You'll get a sense of what our homebrew is like, because then it'll be, flavored.
It sounds like that's kind of the purpose of this module, because like that's how I've always used modules. I'm like, yeah, this is kind of a cool story. I'll just take this. I'll get rid of that. Take this.
Yeah.
It sounds like they meant to do that with this.
This is true. And I did forget to mention, though, if you are watching later on YouTube and you are wondering what determination means, determination is something that our live viewers can purchase. So there, a couple of tokens just appeared on the screen. They will be in a better location with the actual frames that we are going to be using, our overlay frames. And basically, they give you your proficiency bonus on a roll again, even if you've already would have it or would not normally have it. The chat can purchase them. There's a maximum number that you can buy per game, and it's a thing. There's also a mechanic called Hurt Them More, which basically allows me to cheat. And if everyone wants it, I am willing to... let's discuss it later and see if we want to use the offer. So,
right, yep.
Christa, I don't think you were in a game with the offer, were you?
I was listening in on Emrys.
So,
where you were talking about it.
Hayden and Christa, what the offer is basically, it's kind of like a Hurt Them More Something Good Happens purchase, but it's just it's basically a Faustian pact that I make with a player. At any given time, there is one of these on the table, and if someone is like, oh, I can't quite I want to fly, like Amy was like, oh, I need to fly and save this person as the cleric, but my fly range is only 30 and they're 60 feet away, and I'm like, do you want to reach them this round? You can reach them. I'll allow it. You get a burst of adrenaline. Yeah, it happens. But then I get to do something I want that is not in the rules. And once I spend mine, it goes back to making an offer. And it could be things like I can re-roll dice, or I can give an extra ability, or I can do whatever I want with it. But it means that it's fair. It's an equitable exchange, right? You know, law of equivalent exchange.
I'm so glad I'm not playing a paladin in this game, because I would do that all the time.
My favorite thing that I modified for Nico is that it's just this little mention at the top, and it's Nico, because the Kitsadria come from the Feywild originally, I added that they also count as Fey for purposes of spells. So, and only if your party casts something that would normally exclude a Fey, you are exempt. For example, if like they set up a barrier against Fey, you're fine. Like your party will be allowed. But it literally means that a paladin can walk by and be like, "Bwimp! What was that?" And it's you having to be like, "Ah! You're not the mayor. You just
There's no Fae here.
There's no Fae here.
Why are you dressed like the mayor's wife?"
Oh no.
But I just love the "gotta go, cops are here" type of vibe that sets up.
All right, I'm gonna head out.
I'm just gonna dab my way out of here, fox ears. And then I'm trying to think if there's anything else. So last things, you know what? A couple last things. Just if you're brand new to Dork Tales, I just want to make sure that you know about them. So what we use Roll20 for audio and for maps, which will be on the screen. We use real life dice because we love clicky clackies, and because we have a lot of friends who make dice, like Hayden, who actually is opening an Etsy store soon, so you can actually buy dice, and they are providing some dice to several players who've commissioned them for this game. With that being said, we've had some people request in the past that we have like dice cams or that we use digital dice, to which I want to respectfully say, no, I don't want to. Dice cams are expensive. They slow down the internet. We're doing this remotely. And if someone is going to cheat on a roll, they're going to cheat on a roll. They'll find a way to do it on camera. Trust me. Asking my players to do things on camera, like use a dice cam, it implies that I don't trust them. And what I would like to say is, like, Critical Role doesn't use dice cams. And they're kind of the gold standard for these type of games. I don't want to have to use dice cams either. I dislike it and what it represents. That being said, I understand that characters, like certain players, have a lot of luck, and certain players have a lot of not luck. If you ever watch Christine playing a game with Amy, you see both sides of those spectrums. Christine is very good at very lucky on many things.
So it turns out the dice that Christa bought me hate me.
It's true.
So sorry. I played them during our birthday game, and I kept rolling like really lower ones. Like I'd roll the whole handful of them, and half of them would come up one.
I really hope that the dice I make you roll okay. Yeah. Like middle ground.
Please
at
God,
least.
swap them out for what Hayden gets you. Oh my God.
They're
Dude,
so
I have
pretty.
dice that
They're
just
so
fucking hate
sparkly.
me.
I'm just mesmerized.
really
mesmerized by them.
So
they're very
they're
pretty.
very, very sparkly. So we don't use dice cams. We just ask that you trust us. And if it ruins the sense of immersion for you, I'm sorry. If you're listening on podcast, it doesn't matter, because you just have to trust that we roll things. And honestly, I trust everyone who is in my games to be fair. So that's why if you comment on YouTube about it, I don't. Our standard answer is I don't respond. Period. Actually, I have a form that I place that says we do not respond to questions about dice, because it's insulting. Don't do it. But besides that, a couple of other rules that are in place in the game. So I run this game with a cool first, rules second approach. If I get a rule undeliberately wrong, you are welcome to correct me. In fact, one of our highest tier patrons on Patreon constantly is doing it because the dude knows his rules. And there are things about 5th ed that I get confused because I've been running games for like 20 years now, and that's a lot of additions, and a lot of new role players don't believe that's a thing, but it absolutely is.
Oh, I keep getting messed up with like Pathfinder rules.
Yeah.
Pathfinder, because flanking is a thing,
Yep,
but it's not
flanking.
in this unless you use an alternate rule from the DMG. So there's a lot of stuff there. that we'll do. So it's going to be cool first and fun first. And I'm going to ignore things like carry limits, because unless it's an obvious, like you're carrying like a 1,000 pound like brick of cheese, we'll say, like that will matter.
Damn it, that's what I was gonna take. Shit.
Damn it,
Ruining
I
my
wanted the
whole
cheese.
character.
You want the cheeses.
And in terms of what am I thinking of? In terms of spell components, if it costs more than 50 gold, you need to have it. That's kind of the ballpark. Yeah. Like if it's under 50 gold, round down, like it's fine. Like 50 or up, basically. Any of the spells that like is it Revivify that's 50 or is it 300?
Revivify needs a 300 gold piece.
What am I thinking
diamond.
that's 50? There are a couple. Potions? But basically, like, I'm not going to have you check your pockets for bat guano. Unless I'm checking your pockets for bat guano for a different reason.
What if I stole bat guano?
Well, then someone would be shit out of luck or luck out of shit.
And Nico Theos, what you don't know is I have played Euthanatos before.
This is true. Someone in the chat, Nico Theos, just said that Christine is a Euthanatoi from Mage to the Ascension, so dice don't matter. It's true, because karma. Is DM related to Seth Rogen? What? Why would you say that? Okay, true story.
I hate that laugh. I absolutely despise it. No, stop. You're literally in my ear. Don't do that.
Yeah, and you're getting off at Canby Street. Because he's the voice of the Vancouver SkyTrain.
He is.
I wish he still was.
Oh, they took it off? Damn it.
It's been off for a while. I would have told you excitedly that I have Seth Rogen in my ears every time I ride the train. It's back to the normal lady. I'm so sad that while he was the voice, I lived in fucking LA and I was so mad about it. Like, yeah, I want to get back home to LA to all my critters. That includes my fiance. I'm really sad that I don't have Seth Rogen while I'm here. So,
real quick thing to Gargamond, who's asking if I'm related to Seth Rogen. True story. About 15 years ago, I live in a city that has a lot of like pickup shooting for movies and stuff. Like anywhere in British Columbia, you're gonna find like movie stuff. And I'm in line at a Starbucks, and this is when I think I'm about like an extra 20 pounds. Like I was significantly heavier and kind of like a little not as well groomed, I guess. And I let my hair I have curly hair when I let it grow out. And I'm in line at a Starbucks, and this person comes up to me. I think it's a woman in her 20s, and she's like, "Excuse me, is it you?" And I'm like, by definition. But, I'm like, yeah. It's who do you think I am? I don't remember. I'm sorry, I don't remember your name, but you're the guy from Undergrads or Undeclared. And I'm like, no, no, it's okay. You don't have to tell me. I just wanted to say hi. Thank you. And I was like, okay. Sure. And then like we both lost like 30, 40 pounds, and it was all good. Now we look slightly less alike. But I did play Seth Rogen in a game once, so that was fun.
There you go.
I had to practice that laugh for weeks. It was awful. But yeah, true story. Yeah, that was weird. So, was there anything else that we want to talk about for Wild Beyond the Witchlight?
I don't know.
I'm super excited. Yeah. It's going to be fun.
I'm very excited.
It's going to be fantastic.
You're fantastic.
You're fantastic.
Y'all are fantastic. I did want to say, I'm going to do this as like not like a content warning, but just to like heads up, particularly to the players, but also to the audience. Isaac is a bit full of himself.
Oh,
and always thinks he has the right plan. And is always going to be telling everyone what the plan should be. Christa does not think they are smarter than any of you, and in fact knows that they are not.
You are a brilliant person, actually, but go on.
Gwendolyn's a little dumb.
Okay.
So I think she'll be one of Isaac's cheerleaders.
Perfect.
Okay, that sounds great.
Nico's very middle of the road, So I think it'll depend on her mood.
Yes. So I just want everyone to know that, like, if you, like, out of character, like say, oh, we should do this, and Isaac says, oh, well, obviously we should do this, and it's not what you said at all, but a much dumber thing, it's because he's not as smart as he likes to think he is. And so please never assume that Christa is trying to tell you what I think we should do, because if you, especially in character, say, well, no, shouldn't we do this? He will go, yeah, that's what I said, and continue on.
That's wonderful.
So please,
and
That's great.
yeah.
I really appreciate that. As someone who plays a really grumpy character in another game, like my Saturday game, I play a very standoffish, grumpy, usually kind of makes the wrong choices morally kind of character. I get and appreciate someone else who's like, hey, just a warning, content warning for me. Yeah. This is kind of what I'm bringing to the table, and I really appreciate you like acknowledging it and not just throwing it at people. I do feel a little bad with Lysithian. I was like, no, I was such a huge dick. Lysithian was just a huge dick.
Well, and it definitely depends on who you're playing with as well, because like I've played in games where, you know, like I had one friend of mine that we used to play together all the time. Our characters were always linked in some way, like siblings or together or whatever. And we would get in like shouting matches at the table to the point where both of us are crying. Mm-hmm. And then immediately afterwards be like, I love you so much. Yep. Because we had that level, right? Where it's like, I've played with Robin, I've played with Christine, I've briefly played with Caitlin, not a whole ton, and I've only played in Cthulhu with you, Hayden. So I wanted to be like, this isn't me. Like, I don't think I'm the smartest person in the room, because I'm usually not. So
I get that.
Right. Okay, good. And for the audience as well, is that like if I didn't want people to think that I was being an asshole to everyone and like disregarding you, because it's not.
And on that note, just so everybody's aware, like most of us have played together and known each other for many, many years now. We all have had lots of discussions off camera about our like our limits, our levels, like what we're willing to do. This is a much lighter module than some too, although it has creepy stuff, but like even, you know, like certain things that we don't want to see, we've discussed it, and it is an active discussion. And also a lot of our games are, just so you know, we swear a lot. They're very sex positive, especially if they're in our homebrew world where they're very sex positive. It's not like on camera, but it's like, you know, if we do like, you know, the James Bond fade to black, like there is sex positive as I don't want to say a James Bond movie because there depends on the era, but like we try not to make it a big deal. We're also a very inclusive game. We're, you know, if you look on Twitch right now, that's got that LGBTQIA plus tag right there, because a lot of our players and a ton of our viewers belong to the general LGBTQIA plus, etc. The alphabet soup community.
The Lost Gibbities?
The what?
The Lost Gibbities.
The Lost Gibbities.
Or, because it's almost Halloween, the Lost Hippity Gibbities.
Ah.
Lost Hippity Gibbities.
Hello raid. So like we're very supportive of that, and if anybody like and we try to do our best with that regard, right? And try to keep like people's pronouns up, and like if a mistake's made, just, you know, correct each other and, you know, get better at it, right? Because that's all you can do. So, you know, hopefully this is the type of channel that you want to be on for this adventure. It's going to be fantastic, guy. Like you really, I think the only thing is I say guys a lot. I need to stop, but it's my dudes.
I say dudes and bro, and I'm like, if someone wants me to stop, I will stop. Everyone is my dude.
You're my dude,
like,
dude.
Always. You're my dude.
Yes.
Everyone's my dude.
Yep.
I talk like a dude, bro. I say man.
You're from LA.
All the fucking. No, I'm not.
You know, but now that once you've lived in LA for more than a year, you're from LA. It's like New York.
Yeah, I'm like, everyone. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, I say that. That's just how I talk. I talk like a dude, bro.
Oh, I
Same.
actually need some advice because my paid acting gig, I gotta get my stuff in by the end of the week, or by the end of next week, and I'm playing a guy from New York and I'm playing a guy from LA. So, and I'm playing a guy from Atlanta, but I got that covered. Actually, you know what? I got New York covered too. I can handle New York. I'm doing pretty good with New York. Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Yes.
But like LA, I was just kind of like, I kind of just like doing like a faster version of like this, you know, like, hi, I'm from LA. How's it going? Yeah.
You can pull the dude broy back a little bit, actually.
Really?
You can pull the dude bro back.
Because I'm from LA. Hey, how's it going?
You it's just a little bit more cash. Everyone talks really fucking casual.
He's really
We're all
douchey. The
very-
character's really douchey.
The thing about playing douchey is honestly pulling the dude bro back and just making him douchey in the way he acts and not just vocally. It'll actually play better and it'll read more clearly what you're doing.
Okay.
Because the instinct is to do dude bro, but it's so overdone that that is actually going to muddy your performance because that's what you're going to start focusing on.
I'm going to do some dude bro in this too because there is a rabbit here called Agden Longscarf. And I feel like he's just going to sound like either Keanu Reeves or like...
Oh my god,
Or he's gonna be like this. Hello, I'm a rabbit.
Oh, there's gonna be so many fairies and things. And
I'm gonna blow my voice out doing it.
Yeah.
Is he gonna have this tiny pixie,
goblin
friend.
voice?
a tiny pixie that flies up and goes, "Hey, how you doing?
I love it.
How you doing?
please.
Hey,
Sylvester Stallone, the fairies all buff, little wings.
no,
Swole as hell.
lifting some weights.
Oh, Cosmo. Oh, no, the other guy. The other guy. Yeah.
The military one.
Yeah, the military fairy,
The
yeah.
poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison.
Poison.
That poison. It's gonna be a good game. So I think that's it for the night. Actually, I'm really excited to have everybody here because this game is gonna be amazing, and you're gonna get to experience it with us. And I get to play with 5 of my favorite people in this world and in Elos, which is probably one of my favorite worlds, mostly just because there's lots of dragons. Although less than there used to be, but you'll find out that in future games. So I think that's gonna wrap for the night. As we're heading out, I do want to say a couple of quick things. Thank you for joining us tonight. If you'd like to see more of what we do, be sure to come back on Monday nights for the actual campaign once we get going. You can also check out more of our games. Wednesday nights are the Shards of Nirn, which is the homebrew game that started the whole thing, where the entire world was improvised and then written down. It's kind of like doing science. You know, you write it down, it's official. On Friday nights, we have Reign of Emeries, which is a 24-episode mini epic set in our homebrew world, and they're approaching. They're at the middle of the 3rd act right now, so it's coming to a close in a few episodes. It'll be really good or really bad, depending on some choices. Then on Saturday nights is our Mage the Ascension, the Victorian Age game, which is a dark horror magic adventure game set in the world of darkness in the Victorian Age, fully costumed, fully soundtrack. It's an amazing game. And this Sunday we are having an episode 0 for our Deadlands campaign, which is cowboys and zombies, basically, on an undead cattle drive. And that is going to be our lineup for the foreseeable future. We also have Ghosts of Saltmarsh, which is ran by our producer Amy, where I actually get to play in it, which is nice. It'll be good. We do that once a month, so you'll check our schedule for that. If you want to find out more about Dork Tales, you can visit us on all social media. You can check the credits of the video on YouTube, or you can check down underneath there for all of the links on Twitch. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And also join our Discord because it's totally free. Join it, post stuff, be cool. We'll be cool
It's
too.
an incredible community. The people there
really
are mind-blowingly amazing.
Yeah, and it's really supportive. We've got a lot of great channels and stuff. Yeah. And finally, it is still September, so if you want to help support the channel, help it grow, help me get more time to edit, because this channel does take about 80 hours a week to run for me, and that it is my full-time job. You can support by giving us subs in Twitch, by watching the videos many times on YouTube, or if you have a little bit of disposable money and want to do so, you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/dorktales, where you get exclusive perks like the ability to help create and plot things for our homebrew game, like world-ending super zombie viruses that suddenly showed up and turned one of our campaigns into Doom. Which was pretty great. It's got a bunch of other stuff. You get like exclusive content before anybody else gets it. You get access to an exclusive podcast, because most of our stuff is not behind a paywall, but the podcast is. And you also get personalized shout-outs, like thank you so much to Taryn, the Prince of the Patreon, who supported us so much that she actually gave birth while watching Dork Tales.
insane.
Yeah.
Thank you to Precarious. What are you doing?
Oh my gosh, Brett!
Breck, you're supposed to be resting. Everybody go follow
thank
Precarious.
you.
If you're not watching
Yes.
my channel, watch Precarious. Or Tabletop Titties. They're good people too. Or Weed D&D on Art Heart Studio. Oh god, all of our stream friends are so good.
They're
They do
so
such
cool.
good stuff. Also wanted to thank my two divine producers, which are people who have supported and created gods for the homebrew world. DM Michael Gray, who is a wonderful human being who works with the visually impaired and has encouraged us to make sure that our stream, as we run it, is as vivid in the mind's eye as possible, and focuses on not using map language and doing like descriptions and making the game accessible for people who are visually impaired or just might be listening on podcast or something. It's been wonderful working with him, and he's a wonderful, wonderful person. I really cannot thank him enough. And our other divine producer is Shulton, who was originally a demonic producer who created a world-ending super virus and then decided to level up to a god. And his new god is coming very soon, but I'm not going to spoil a damn thing about it because he's actually really funny. And I want it to be completely off left field. Shulton has been correcting my bad rules calls on YouTube for the past year, and I really appreciate you. As much as sometimes I want to just shake you, you're usually right. And you watching that makes me a better dungeon master in terms of rules, because if I don't know the rules, I don't know how to break them or bend them.
He's a rules public defender.
He's a rules public defender.
lawyer for
There we go.
good.
But no, seriously, like I greatly appreciate him. He's a really cool guy. And you can come and interact with these people over on our Discord and join us for more content because it's going to be fantastic. Final shout outs. Thank you so much to Michael, our graphic designer, for making these overlays. He is also going to be, he's already made the ones for both the Witchlight Carnival and for when we are in the Feywild. And
They're
he might make more because you never know. The dude makes tons of stuff. If you are looking at something on Dork Tales and it looks pretty, it's because of Michael. You can go find him on twitch.tv/Sylvester Slays when he decides to stream, or you can find him over here where he's going to be in Deadlands as he has the best freaking costume out of everybody there. Like he bought
insane.
a gun.
I know.
It's not a real gun.
I only have a pirate gun. I don't.
Go buy it. It's Halloween time. Go buy a gun.
I don't know, maybe.
But if you like what we do here, stick
Are we
around.
allowed to do that on the stream?
Are you?
I think as long as they're props.
We should double check that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Hey, Robin, can you look that up?
I was like, I don't want your stream to get taken down, and I don't want cops at my door.
Yeah, no nipples, no guns.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm out. No nipples, no guns. Can they be prop nipples?
I was just curious.
Ruffles.
Okay,
Put them
so-
over the shirt.
Like
I accidentally had that for Deadlands.
You had did you have
So the vest that I made is like this cowboy one, and it comes down and then ducks back up again. And I originally in the design was going to have buttons at the peaks, but the peaks were supposed to be up here, but they were dead center, and I was like, I can't put beige buttons there because that's bad.
Those
You know
are
what?
nipples.
I think nipples anyway are bad.
Yeah, you can't have female. Let's not get into it. Twitch's terms of service are questionable. Free the nipple. Yeah.
Indeed.
It's a nipple, guys. It's not a big deal. But so folks, that is going to be it for us tonight. Thank you for tuning in. We can't wait to have you there with Beyond the Witchlight. Which I'm going to drop that trailer tomorrow, so you get to see some stuff. It's going to be a weird trailer. I get to do a spooky voiceover. Nice. So, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.